So believe it or not, this year actually marks the 10-year anniversary of Dota 2. So to celebrate this milestone in this game's road filled with success and, let's be honest, many failures, I thought it would be fun to do something a little bit different from what I usually do on this channel. What I have right here is a little custom tier list thing that I made that includes all of the past updates and changes that sort of shifted and transformed Dota to what it is today. Now, granted, these aren't all of the Dota 2 patches in Dota history, okay? Like, I don't want to make this video like fucking 10 hours long. These are mainly just the updates that sort of just, you know, sort of impacted the way that Dota feels, or the way it plays, or the way it looks, or whatever. And I'm going to be rating all of them individually and putting them on this here tier list. So S clearly meaning one of the best patches ever, obviously, and, you know, without these patches, like, Dota wouldn't be the same, and D being just the absolute worst. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna add another row down here because we might need this one. Yeah, we're probably gonna need this one. We're probably gonna need that one right there. Yeah, but spoiler alert, there's probably gonna be a lot of patches down there. I'll be honest, I'm gonna tell you right now. Now, before we get started, I do want to clarify something here. I am very strict with my tier list, okay? I'm not gonna just be putting, you know, a lot of things in S. I'm talking like, dude, S tier to me is like, if they were to remove or revert this type of change or this patch, like, people would quit the game. Like, a big majority of players would literally quit Dota without these patches. Just because I think a patch is good doesn't mean it's gonna be S, okay? Like, I'm gonna be very careful on what I put in S tier. On the other hand, in dog shit tier, there's probably gonna be a lot of things that I consider as dog shit in this video, honestly. All right, so let's get into it, shall we? All right, let's just go off by random here. I'm not going to go in any particular order. Let's just start with fuck it, Rosh, okay? The Roshan pits in both Radiant and Dire side now. I don't know about you guys, but I really do like this change. I think Roshan being in the top side, middle side of the map for like the longest time, I thought it was always so bullshit because, like, it sort of just favored the top side of the map way more. Like, back then in professional Dota and even just in casual rank games, you'd always see teams try to, like, sort of conquer that top side of the map more frequently than the bottom, because, I mean, why the fuck would you conquer the bottom side of the map when top has everything dissimilar and Roshan as well? So it's just like, I don't know. This change was definitely needed, in my opinion. Now, that being said, I will say that it does come with its fair share of bugs. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen, but there was like that funny clip during a tournament where Roche literally got stuck in the fucking portal, and kind of a game-breaking bug because they weren't able to do Roche. There are also so many times where Roche would just be in the wrong spot at the wrong time. Like, I think it's during daytime he's supposed to be at the bottom, and during nighttime he's supposed to be at the top. There would be times where it'd be vice versa, and it just doesn't make any fucking sense. But I don't know, you know, I kind of like the bugs. I feel like it's kind of the bugs are what makes Dota, you know, as it's kind of fun to have them in every once in a while. Overall though, I don't know, I kind of just don't give a shit about this change, I'll be honest. Like, I don't know, I could probably see myself going back to the Dota patch where, like, Roche was on the middle side of the map again. Like, I feel like a lot of people would agree. Like, I don't really think a lot of people gave a shit about this change. It's not necessarily a bad change per se, but, you know, it's kind of like one of those changes where it's like, I don't really give a shit. I'll probably give it a C. Yeah, a C. A C is not bad. Like, it's like whatever. All right, next, let's go with the backpack. Holy shit, dude, the backpack, dude. There was a video I made, and it was about like Dota 2 nostalgia, and there was a screenshot I remember seeing of the old Dota 2 HUD where it just showed, like, you know, TP scrolls, wards, consumables, all in this one compact, tight 6 inventory slot. Oh, dude, it made me feel so, like, claustrophobic. It was such a nostalgic piece of memory. I still can't believe there was a time where we actually had only 6 slots of inventory for everything. Like, bro, it was actually crazy. So this patch in particular, in my opinion, I'm probably gonna have to put an S. I don't know. It's probably S or A. It's definitely one of those things where if this got removed, people would quit this fucking game. I guarantee you. Like, people would actually quit Dota if they reverted the backpack, because it's been so long since we've, you know, had it. I really do feel like the backpack system has probably made Dota such an insanely, like I don't know, this change is massive. Like, this change is, it just changed so much on how we actually just play Dota and, like, everything that we do. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with S here with the backpack. Like, I really do. I hope you guys agree with me on this one, because I really do think that the backpack system like I said, one of the biggest changes ever made in Dota history, hands down. Now, that being said, with the backpack system in hand, I don't really think the teleportation scroll slot would actually be that of use anymore, because I don't know, if they were to remove the teleportation scroll slot, and had to, like, you know, force us to be using teleportation scrolls the way that we used to with the backpack system, it wouldn't be too bad, I feel like. Now, this change in particular is kind of intriguing because it's kind of a double-edged sword if you think about it, because yes, they did add a teleportation scroll slot that was, you know, way easier for us to use, but also they made it so TP scrolls were also given on death, and I'm pretty sure when the patch was first announced, they actually gave 3 teleportation scrolls at the start of the game, which is fucking crazy. But on top of all that, they actually also doubled the price, which was kind of crazy if you think about it, because, like, dude, it's crazy to think that back in the day, these things used to cost 50 gold, now it's 100 each, like, bruh. Inflation even hitting us in the fucking Dota 2 realm, like, Jesus Christ. So yeah, like I said, kind of a double-edged sword, so I'll keep it at B. I like it at B. I think it's a good patch. It's a good change, but overall, I think it's a B. All right, how about neutral items? Oh, fuck yeah, dude. I love neutral items, by the way. I just want to say that first of all. I think neutral items is definitely a big part to how successful Dota 2 became over the years. I really do think that neutral items is such a big part of the game now and such a fun, interactive aspect of the game. I really do like it a lot. I think I'm going to keep it at an A. It's going to be the first A tier for sure. Now, see, there's a couple of reasons why I am keeping it at A and not S, okay? Like, first of all, number one thing is balance, obviously, okay? Like, the balancing of these items are just sort of all over the place. Like, there have been items that have just been so ridiculous they've gotten removed. There have been items that have just been getting tweaked and tweaked and tweaked and still to no avail, just are so incredibly broken, it's not even funny. And there's items that if you don't end up getting them on a particular hero, it just kind of has this, like, I don't, kind of like, ah, fuck, I don't even want to play this game anymore kind of feeling, you know? Like, because it's RNG, that, like, for example, like TA with Quiver, that shit is so insanely fun. Like, if I play a game of TA and I don't end up getting Quiver, like, my whole, like, fun in that game is just kind of like, fuck, man, you know, I kind of sucks. But like I said, if you do end up actually getting the item that you want on that specific hero, and it really does feel so fucking good, man. It really does. Like this, it sort of just adds this whole sort of like Christmassy kind of vibe to it, where like Santa's just coming to give you like your fucking present, like, ah, yeah, Quiver TA, let's go. And so, not to follow that up, I do want to talk about this, which is the mystery item tokens that drop to the ground, where you're able to select, I think it's out of 5 items that you want in that specific tier. Now, I don't know about you guys, this might be kind of a hot take for me, but I really don't think it's that good of a change, this one in particular. I don't like it that much because, I mean, you're able to just select what you want, and it just kind of takes a little bit of fun out of it, in my opinion. Now, don't get me wrong, I understand that I'm kind of contradicting myself here because I sort of just complained about how, you know, I sort of hate it when I don't end up getting Quiver on TA, but this just makes it so, like, I sort of always kind of expect to, like, you know, get a Quiver on TA in most of my games now, which kind of takes the fun out of it, because it's like, oh, you know, I could just select the best item out of 5 every single time. It just kind of makes it, I don't really get that exciting feeling of, you know, oh, I found like a really good item, you know. It's kind of like, oh, I found a token, let me select the best item from this token, you know. Now, that being said, I really do think it was needed, because a lot of the times there would just be like these items in the stash, the fucking worst item of them all would just be not even held by someone because it was so shit. Like, there would always just be like that meme where one guy would be the shovel guy because nobody wanted to hold the shovel, so the last person to take an item from the neutral item slot shop would just have the shovel all game. So yeah, now that I think about it, I do think it's actually a good patch. I just think it's slightly worse than the initial neutral items patch, because I really do enjoy that feeling of finding a good item, whereas this patch just sort of made it just like, just, you know, get the best item that you can find in that tier. All right, let's see. How about we go through the runes? Fuck it, let's go through all the runes now. How about so what is this? The Wisdom rune? Or no. This is the Arcane rune. Yeah, I think this is a pretty fun addition to the game. There's a lot of heroes that could do a lot of crazy shit with this rune, you know, like fucking OD, Zeus. A lot of, like, you know, mages are pretty crazy with this. I guess it's a B. Like, yeah, I don't really know what else to say about it. Like, it's fun. It's a cool addition to the game. I think it's overall pretty good. Bounty runes. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Okay, I think bounty runes are a little bit different. I think I might want to put this at, like, honestly, probably early A, like even above neutral items. And let me explain why. First of all, everybody likes gold, okay? I don't even care who you are, okay? Everybody loves free gold. It's free money, okay? Like cores are able to build their core items faster. Supports are able to buy fucking consumables and wards because they're buttfuck poor. Like all in all, it's just it's a good thing to the game. But even more so on top of all that, what I liked mostly about it was because it enforced like sort of engagements and like fights to happen more often around the map. I don't know if you guys remember, but back then it wasn't actually even on both sides. It wasn't like just 2 runes on Dire, 2 runes on Radiant. It was actually in the middle of the map, which forced a lot of supports to sort of battle it out for that, like, you know, passive income. And I love that. Like, I really love any patch that like forces more fights and more actual gameplay to happen in the game is amazing to me. I think it's super fun and it's good. It's engaging. It's good. Now, that being said, something that is the complete opposite of fun and engaging is this thing right here, this abomination. Oh my fucking god, I hate these things. Shrines are hands down one of the worst, you know, fuck it. No, they are the worst thing to ever exist in Dota 2 history. I swear to fucking god. Anybody that likes or misses these things, I say this with utmost respect, you are a fucking pussy. Shrines were such a fucking bad addition to the game, like seriously. Like, where to even begin? Like, first of all, like it rewarded campy sort of like turtle-based style gameplay. Every team strategy back then was to just AFK farm around the shrine area, and every single time the enemy tried to gank you or like smoke gank you in that specific area, if they weren't able to kill you in time and you actually made it to the shrine, it just was completely over. Like they would not be able to do anything. As I was stating before with the Bounty Runes patch, how I liked how it was, you know, sort of engaging and it forced, you know, supports to fight around more around the map. Like, this patch was the complete opposite of that, and it just it killed Dota. I understand a lot of you guys would probably be disagreeing with me right now because you like just like, you know, the free regen that you got from it, but I'm telling you right now, if you were higher ranked and actually knew how to abuse this fucking thing and like you didn't just waste it on regen all the time, like, dude, it was so fucking broken, man. I'm telling you, it was so fucking annoying to play against because you would just always be in a situation where the enemy team would just be AFK free farming. They had a better late game and you would just be stuck. Like, you wouldn't be able to do anything because they would just keep on AFK farming around that area of the shrine. And you couldn't do anything. Like, you can't destroy the enemy shrine. You just have to fucking had it sit there. And it was impossible to play against, man. It was so annoying. Like, the only thing you could have done was probably like AFK farm at the same time as them. Like, that was literally the only strategies back then. Like, it was so fucking boring, man. I hated this patch. But yeah, that's 100% the fucking first dog shit of this tier list. Like, that might actually be the worst of the worst for me. I don't know. We'll see. All right, yeah, I forgot we were going through all the runes, right? I forgot. How about this one, the shield rune? Okay, how about the shield rune? First things first, do I think it's more fun than the Arcane rune? Not really. I mean, I'll be honest, it's kind of boring. It's kind of like a boring rune, I'll be honest. It's like whatever. It adds a shield on top of your HP bar, and it lasts a long time, so it's basically like extra health if you think about it. I mean, I guess it's kind of cool. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's like, I don't know. It's kind of annoying when the enemy gets it, but it's like it feels kind of weak when you get it. So it's like, ugh. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I'll put it at C. I don't really care too much about it. It's like whatever, right? Water rune. Okay, as a mid laner, I think I have a pretty good statement on this one. I personally don't really like the fucking water rune. I don't like it, man. Listen, I'm a very big hater on bottle TA. For like the longest time, I always told myself I'm not building bottle TA. I'm not building bottle TA. And now look at me, dude. In this fucking day and age, I have to build bottle on T. This just sucks, man. Like right now in this current patch of Dota, like if you don't build bottle, like you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot a little bit. It kind of sucks. Like you just end up getting out regen in every single mid matchup. Like it doesn't even feel like the better mid laner wins anymore. It just feels like whoever builds bottle first wins right now. Like, I don't know. I hate it, kind of. I'm not a very big fan of water runes. I kind of miss the old patches where runes didn't spawn until 4 minutes and the 4-minute rune was an action rune. I don't know. It's just too much sustain. Like, everybody's just got too much regen, man. I hate it. Like, in my opinion, I don't like it. I'm not a big fan of it. I would much prefer that they didn't exist. But I mean, it's whatever. I don't really care that much. Ooh, wisdom runes. Okay, the fucking big chunk of XP you get for every 7 minutes, I believe. See, I don't even know when the fuck it spawns because I never grab this shit. Like, I swear to God, it's like first come, first serve in solo queue. It's either your team grabs it or the enemy bounty hunter who's camping the fucking rune gets it. Yeah, it's annoying. I don't really know where to put this because, like I said, I don't really grab this thing. I don't know how impactful it is. It does give a lot of XP. I know that, but I don't really know how I feel about it into terms of like, is it a good change or whatnot? Like, I think the main reason initially for this change was to make it so supports like didn't fall too far behind and they can get like their levels faster and easier. But what ends up happening is that cores just end up getting it anyways. It's kind of like a fuck you, you know. So yeah, I don't know. I guess it's not that bad as a water rune in my opinion. I don't mind it that much. I think it's slightly better than a shield rune as well. I guess I'll put it there. I don't really mind it that much. Yeah, it's fine. It's whatever. I mean, overall, I think it's a pretty good change to the game. I like it. I think it being there sort of just makes the map more engaging and more fun, I guess. So yeah, why not? See, a little middle C is not that bad. What the hell even is this? I don't even know what the fuck that is. Oh, that's the thing you can walk through. Yeah. That shit is so irrelevant. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I actually completely forgot this thing even existed. Like, dude, this is so irrelevant. It's so like minuscule of an update. Like, it's so stupid. All right, now don't get me wrong. I understand why it's there. It allows, you know, sort of like, you know, when those games where you're just getting completely shit stomped and like completely bent over. You can't even exit your base. Like, these things are there to help you sort of, you know, get outside of the map a little bit easier and safer because the enemy can't go through it. I mean, I understand why it's there. I just think it's kind of irrelevant, and I don't know. What would you guys say is like the percentage of people that actually use this thing like a lot in their games? Like, dude, I swear to God, it's probably less than 5%. I'm not even kidding. Like I said, a lot of the times I actually forget it exists. Like, I don't know. Like, I guess I'll keep it at a D as well. I don't really care too much about it. Like, bro, who actually gives a shit about this? All right, you know what? I'm actually gonna put it ahead of the water rune because I hate water runes. The more I think about water runes, the more I hate mid lane. I hate it. This is the Lotus pool, I think it's called, or Lotus thing. I don't fucking know. Like I said, I only played mid lane. I actually don't even know what these things are called. Like, it's like the little regens that you pick up from in the side lanes. For the most part, from what I've seen, I guess people like it because it enables, you know, sort of engagements to happen again, and it's like I don't know, it's kind of a cool addition. I guess I'll put it next to the shield rune. Like I said, I don't really have an opinion on that. Like, just being honest. Like, from what I've seen, I think it's cool because you get free regen, and you need a lot of regen in the side lane. So there you go. All right, outposts. All right, so these are the outposts that gave XP through every, I think it's like every 5 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever, but it was like a fuck ton of XP, right? I actually remember very clearly like a lot of people hating Outposts. I don't know why in particular, but a lot of people didn't like the fact that Outposts existed in the game for some reason. I wish I could share the same opinion or even say one of my own because I don't actually have an opinion on these things. I don't really give a fuck about them either. Bro, now that I think about it, I actually just don't even realize half these things exist in fucking Dota in general. Like, dude, I just play the game, bro. I do, however, like the fact that it is another like building to be able to teleport to around the map. Like, you know, it's pretty good. You know, just having that more, you know, freedom and access around the map is always nice to have. So yeah, I don't know. As for the XP that you get every like 5 minutes or so, I don't really know if it was that game changing or not, but fuck it. I guess I'll keep it at a B. I don't know. All right, now Tormentors. Where do I start? Oh my God, Jesus. These fucking things suck dick, dude. Like, holy shit, man. I don't know. Do I want to make them worse than fucking shrines? Holy shit, that's saying something, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if you guys remember, but for like the longest time, I've been begging Valve to add another objective around the map because for like, dude, the longest time, like, we've only really had Roche as an objective besides, you know, fucking towers and obviously the throne. So it really does suck to see, you know, this sort of like really cool, wicked looking mini boss, you know, objective. Like, it looks so cool, but like, dude, I don't know how to say this nicely, but it fucking sucks. So first thing that sucks about it is that you get 2 Tormentors on each side of the map. So already it's not really an objective that you have to fight for. You just have it already for free, basically, on your side of the map and their side of the map. The second thing that sucks about it is that the rewards are so incredibly lackluster. Like, dude, the fact that it doesn't give gold or XP, it gives gold, but only to the person that last hits it, and the last hit is not even that good. It's like 250 gold, I think. And on top of that, the reward is just so fucking stupid. Like, dude, it's a randomly given shard between the two players that have the lowest net worth on your team. Like, bro, what the fuck? Why not just make it drop like Aghs with Roshan? Like, why not make it drop? Why do you have to keep it random? What if you have a Crystal Maiden and a Disruptor on your team, and the shard ends up going to the Disruptor? Like, dude, what the fuck is this system? It makes literally zero sense. Yeah, like, I don't know. This objective really does fucking suck. And it shows, like, dude, even professional teams during tournament games never kill this thing. Like, dude, Gaming Gladiators, in all their games that they've won, they haven't killed this thing a single fucking time in the series. Like, it's crazy how bad this objective is. And I think the main reason why it sucks so bad is because it's so incredibly far away from where you need to be, usually around, like as a core player, like, you have to go out of your way, sacrificing very crucial time farming to go out of your way to kill this thing, just so you have a chance for one of your supports that has a good shard to get the shard. And it's just not worth it. Like, if you really think about it, everything about it actually just sucks. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like overall, it's kind of a shit objective. I don't know. They could have done a lot of stuff better with it. Maybe make it so there's only one Tormentor in the middle of the map, so it's actually like a competition between on who can kill it at the 10-minute mark around the, like, I think that would be pretty good. Make it so there's also a gold bounty, like a big gold bounty, and an XP given to the team that secures it. I think that just makes it so much better, in my opinion. But yeah, overall, I actually do think it's somehow worse than the shrines. Like, I really do think that they missed their mark on this one. That objective really does suck humongous dick. All right, how about, let's talk about Universal Heroes. Okay, let's talk about Universal Heroes, shall we? Now, there's a lot of controversy around this one, dude. I know for a fact people get really heated up talking about Universal Heroes, because it's definitely one of those things where it's just like, why? why and how do we balance this thing? Because clearly right now it is just anything but balanced. I have this vague memory of playing Void Spirit, and this was on the day of the patch, and before all the nerfs happened, obviously. But I was playing Void Spirit, and I was level 5, and all I had was a bracer, a wand, and a couple branches, and I swear to God, I had 100 damage per hit. A level 5 Void Spirit, I had 100 fucking damage per hit. Can you fucking believe that shit? Holy shit. It was actually fucking ridiculous, dude. Like, overall, this Universal Hero thing it's cool, but it's also like, bro, it really does need tuning. And even to this day, I think a lot of people would still think it's fucking completely busted. I also just think that, like, the term universal is sort of like, I don't know. I don't like the name universal. I don't know. What do you guys think? I feel like there's so many other different names they could have used for this sort of like attribute. I don't like how it's universal. It just sounds weird. Universal hero. Whoa. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being petty, but I really don't like that, the way it sounds. I don't know. They could have chosen something cooler. Like, I don't know, like Apex. I feel like Apex would have been a cool name. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like overall, I think people would fucking, dude, I think people would get to pitchforks out if I actually even gave it anything above B, because overall, I think the majority of the community hates this shit. But despite all that, I don't know. I like how they added a new attribute, because honestly, they did need it for a lot of the different heroes that are in it right now, like Venomancer, Phoenix, Pango. Like, a lot of those heroes are just not fit for like the attributes that they previously had. So I think I'm gonna give it, honestly, I'm gonna give it a B. I'm gonna give it a B. I'll put it above the Wisdom Rune, because I do like it. I think, honest to God, personally, in my opinion, don't hate me, I'm sorry. As much as they are busted as shit, and trust me, they are busted as shit, I don't know, I feel like a couple more patches down the line, a little bit more fine tuning, and I think we'd be happy with the Universal Heroes here to stay. All right, guys, I think it's time to stop fucking around. All right, it's time to bring out the big guns. All right, one of the best patches, if not the best patch in Dota 2 history. All right, I don't even want to hear it, guys. No fucking around at all. I think the talent system is hands down something that it's just such a big part of Dota, man. It revived Dota. Oh my god. You would be lying if you said that you didn't like the talent system in Dota. Okay, I remember, dude, it's crazy to think that there was a time where so many of these fun, interactive, awesome fucking features that all of these heroes, these different heroes had, didn't exist. Like, it was just stats. Everything was just stats. After all your 4 abilities were unlocked, that's it, just stats. TA Melt Strike Bash, fucking Undying Free Revive, Shadow Fiend 40% cooldown reduction. Like, dude, it was endless, man. It was so much fun, so much content. Like I ended up picking so many more heroes because I actually just wanted to end up seeing like what I could do with like the crazy talents that they had. Oh my god, I remember just like looking through all of like the different talents that every single hero got because I was just so excited to see like all the different things. It was so fun, dude. I love this patch. It revived such a big part of me, like my love and passion for the game, not only to like play the game but to also just make content for the game. Like, I don't know, without this patch I probably would not be a Dota 2 content creator to this day. I love that patch, seriously. So without a doubt, best patch of all time. Without a doubt on my mind, 100%. So these are MVP creeps, I think, or what do you call it, banner creeps. So like the creeps that have a golden circle around them give you extra gold on last hit. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about these things because they're kind of like I don't know, it's weird. As a mid laner, I don't really give a fuck. Like, if I miss a last hit on these things, I don't really care as long as I get the range creep, you know. Like, it's kind of weird how these things are worth like so much gold, but they're still not as valuable as range creeps, at least for mid lane. I don't know how it is in side lanes. Maybe they're actually way more valuable because they give gold to everybody around you, but yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of like a whatever thing for me. I guess I'll just keep it at a solid D tier, like above the rest of them here. Like, I don't, like I said, I don't think anybody would care if these guys disappeared. You know what I would fucking like though is give back creep deny gold. Oh my god, deny gold. Oh my god, I missed that shit so much, dude. Let's talk about this real quick, shall we? Let's talk about this. This is crazy, honestly, because it is definitely another one of those updates where I think if they were to remove or revert this change, everybody would fucking go crazy, and that's a fact. So for those of you guys who don't know what this is the patch where they gave every single person on each team a courier, so you could finally stop hogging and arguing over your team on who gets the courier. It was such a good patch, dude. Oh my god, it's actually crazy to think there was actually a time where every single person had to use one single fucking courier. Like, holy shit, dude. I still have memories of, you know, like my supports arguing and who upgrades the courier because the other person bought it. Like, me yelling at my teammates because I'm the mid laner, I have to use it more. Like, holy shit, it was such a fucking good time. But yeah, overall, I think we can all agree, couriers for everybody, that is such an immense change. Like, dude, like, I don't think anybody could handle going back to that day. It would be fucking hilarious, but nobody would be able to handle going back to the days of just using one single courier. I think I'm actually gonna put it above the backpack system because, you know, if I had to remove one of these things, I'd probably give up the backpack system. Like, dude, I could not give up the fucking curry, man. I just cannot do it. All right, next up, let's get rid of the, how about the portal system? All right, so the portals, honestly, I like them a lot, but fuck, man, it's hard for me to sort of judge it because, like I said, I'm a mid laner. I don't really play side lanes that much, but I do really like the fact that supports are able to like maneuver around the map a lot more, and they're able to, you know, sort of, you know, if your off laner is messing up, you know, he's struggling a little bit, you can go over there and teleport to help him out, gank him. If the, you know, vice versa, if the safe lane is having a bit of a hard time, you can go ahead and group up on there. I think it's really cool. I think it actually enables a lot more macro and a lot more moving around the map, sort of being more active. It's also just a really nice, convenient thing to have because Dota is a mostly macro-based game, and like it just, you know, allows you to move around the map a lot easier because it's a free teleport, right? So I think I'm gonna put it honestly above neutral items. I think it's cool. I like it a lot. I'm a big fan of it. I like it a lot. How about the max level 30 different, like the cap used to be 25 for like the longest time, now it's 30. I'll be honest, this change kind of just is kind of whatever. I think the main reason why they added it is because the talent systems made it so you were forced to like sort of choose a talent and then you only had that specific talent for like the rest of the game, right? Because obviously at level 25 you'd have you know, you take all your talents, but you don't be able to take the other talent because you didn't have any more skill points. But level 30 allowed you to obviously have more, so you can fill up those spaces. overall, I don't really care that much. It kind of just made it so like misclicking your talent was a lot more forgiving, and like you sort of were able to like get all talents at the end of the game. But for the most part, yeah, I think it's just kind of like whatever. It's kind of like a whatever thing. It's mostly just because of talents. So by itself, it's kind of like a whatever thing because it mainly is just for talents, like being able to take every talent. So it's kind of like whatever. It doesn't really change that much in terms of like gameplay or whatever. So I guess I'll keep it a D. Nobody really gives a shit. Let's talk about the BKB changes, or in this case, the magic immunity changes that were introduced at 7.33. A very hugely controversial thing because for the longest time, BKB's just always been an item where, you know, it's the item, you know, everybody builds it, everybody needs it. It's just the item that, you know, you can't touch me kind of thing. It allows some heroes to actually be able to play the fucking game, like just straight up. I don't know. So when this change got announced, like initially, a lot of people were kind of, you know, like complaining. Obviously, a lot of people were very, very upset with the changes, and respectfully, like honestly, it was a very, very big change. But now that we've, you know, gotten, you know, used to it and sort of gotten adjusted to it, I think we can all agree that it's actually overall a pretty decent and honestly good change. Now, I would honestly take it one step further and honest to God say it's probably one of the best changes Dota's ever made. Probably, yeah, I'd probably put it around here, like above the boundary route. And I can understand why a lot of you guys would probably disagree with me, and I respectfully understand because I do somewhat agree with some people saying that it's a bit too outrageous. A lot of people didn't like the changes, but let me tell you why I like the changes. For like the longest time ever, and this dates back to even Dota 1 days, Dota's always had this problem of like Black King Bar just being a broken item. Like just straight up, it's a busted ass item. I mean, it's literally the item that allows Ice Frog to be bad at his job. It's literally, like, I'm not even kidding. Like this item keeps Dota from being like completely unbalanced. This item is like actually the only repellent that you have to battle all the bullshit that Dota has. All of like the bullshit broken ass abilities out there. BKB is the only answer to it. Like that's what keeps Dota balanced, is that this item exists. So the fact that they actually did nerf it and made it so that you can still take at least, you know, magic damage during it, I think it's a really good change. Also, on top of that, they also made it so, you know, CC is overall reduced, and I think yeah, this patch, it's a good change. I think it's overall a pretty good change. I like it a lot. I think, and this is coming from a TA spammer, by the way, okay? This fucking, my bitch needs this shit. Like, I think it goes without saying that this change literally fucks my character. So me saying it's a good change, I really do mean it from the bottom of my heart. Like, I like it. I think it's a good change. I think it needed to be done because, yeah, for like I said, the longest time, BKB has just been one of the best items, if not the best item in Dota 2 history. So I think overall I like it. I like that change a lot. Like I think right now where BKB is currently is as an item, I think it's good. I think it's perfect. It's not too broken. It makes sense why you should build it when you should not. I think there are games where, you know, you don't have to build it, but you can get away with not building it. But most of the time, yeah, it's a good item. Wait, I just realized I'm missing a couple updates. Like, where the fuck is the Aghanim Shard and the Aghanim Scepter update? Like, Jesus. Dude, I knew I was fucking missing some. Oh my god. Alright, so I guess we'll start with the Aghanim Scepter update where everybody gets Aghs Scepter finally, which was honestly a pretty big update for me because I really liked it a lot because it was when TA finally gets Aghs and she didn't have one for like the longest time. I mean, I guess it's like a kind of a great update in general, right? I guess I'll keep it at an A, like over here, because yeah, like overall just a good update. Like what's there to complain about? Everybody gets Aghs Scepter finally is a pretty good update, I guess. And shards, you know what? I guess I could say the same thing about shards. Yeah, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna put it at a B because I feel like a lot of the shards in this game are either just super fucking incredibly broken, like must buy on every single game on that specific hero, or just, I don't know, kind of like a whatever, like just for fun kind of thing, kind of sucks kind of deal. But yeah, I think overall just whatever. And now the main dude, the big change, the biggest change in Dota history, probably the 40% increase of the map, the outside jungle, the whole fucking ordeal of the entire like the majority of the 7.33 update that everybody was talking about for an entire month. Now, I do need to clarify, this is strictly just the map related changes, okay? Just the outside area of the map, the more jungle camps, the double ancient camps added. What do I think about this change? I honestly, It is kind of a big subject, so I got to be careful what I say here. I really like it, but I also really dislike it at the same exact time. So I think I'm going to put it around the middle of the two runes here in the C category, and let me explain why. I think overall it's sort of a good change because it sort of, you know, makes Dota feel fresh and new, and that's always a good change, right? To make your users feel like they're in this new environment, you know, playing a new version of your game, feel like in a, you know, in a fresh new world, you know, exploring new ideas and ways to play the game. But now the problem that I have with it is, as much as I do like the way it looks and, you know, the whole map and everything, I do not like the meta that it brought us in 7.33, because the map is so much bigger and so much larger, filled with all these, like, you know, different camps for us to farm. It does push a lot more AFK farming strategy a lot more now. You take a look at all of the highest win rate heroes this patch. It's all, you know, Spectre, Medusa, Naga Siren, Meepo, Terrorblade, all of these AFK farming strategy heroes that are just sort of taking over the meta right now, because it's just like, dude, the map is so big, it's so hard to find them. It's just like, it feels so hard to sort of chase these guys down and stop them from farming, because there is just so much area for them to farm it. It's just like, it's so hard to play against that right now. And I feel like the majority of Dota 2 games that are being won right now are because of that strategy. Just, you know, run, farm, just run away, farm. Like there's so much safety right now. It's just like, I don't know. No matter how much you're winning, the enemy carries is always going to be farming, and it's just like kind of scary, you know. It's always going to come down to the late game team fights, and it's just like kind of annoying, because I don't know, it doesn't feel that rewarding if you're winning in the early to mid game anymore. But take this with a grain of salt. This is just my opinion. This is just how I feel. Like I said, overall, I do actually like the map. I like the way it looks. I like the way it feels. It is hard to play against this sort of, you know, runaway farm strategy. But overall, despite that, I actually love the way the new map looks and it feels. I actually like it myself. I too like running away and farming sometimes, you know. It's just kind of the way you gotta go sometimes, you know. But yeah, there you guys have it. That is the full tier list. That is my opinion. Honestly, I probably pissed a lot of you guys off, and I completely understand. I'm sorry. I do also want to take this opportunity to announce that I will be starting to stream on YouTube, starting, I think, maybe tomorrow, if not the next day. Hopefully I'll see you guys there, and as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Much love. Peace.